Hello, crafty friends. I'm Lien from Studio Kato, and I'm so glad you're joining me again today. Today I made another clean and simple card, a Christmas card for Streamside Studios. So that means I used some digital stamps, and I want to talk a little bit about those. Now, first of all, you might have seen my printer is being temperamental. So this image didn't print out perfectly, and I am coloring it first before I trace over the line art later. And that will give me a nice clean line where my printer didn't. If you're coloring with alcohol markers like I am, you can absolutely print these out with your regular old inkjet printer. A laser printer will also work, obviously, but as you may have seen when I colored around that second eye there, this image was printed in a way that the ink was still wet. I had to adjust my printer settings to get it printed at all. So I am not used to the ink being this wet. I should have let this image dry a little bit longer. So it's always useful to do a test print and see if the ink still bleeds or not. Just let your image dry a little bit beforehand. I'm not patient enough for that, but you probably should do as I'm saying and not as I'm doing. Now I colored that little digital stamp there, and now I'm working on my backdrop. I'm using a stencil by Waffle flower for this. I will leave all the product information listed in the description below. And I am taping my piece of paper down. This was die cut with the Wonky rectangles by My Favorite Things. And I'm also taping my stencil in place. Then I'm taking some of the Coral Reef ink by Pinkfresh Studio and lightly blending this on. And I'm using Clairefontaine DCP 250 GSM paper, both for my backdrop here, for the ink blending, and also that's what I printed my digital stamp on. Just a little note about this digital image. It's part of a set. There's one more gingerbread person in there, and also a lovely Christmas wreath that I didn't use today, but I probably will soon in the future. This set is free with any purchase on the Streamside Studios store for a week, after which it will be available for purchase. So you should definitely head over there. I will leave the link in the description below, and you can get this free with any stamp you buy this week. Now I'm propping that panel up onto some piece of cardboard. This is just corrugated cardboard. It's single wall corrugated cardboard. This is mostly used in packaging. Just cut down a box that you received some stamps in, maybe, if you're lucky. Just cut down some packaging to fit your most used size of panel. For me, that's about an inch smaller on each side than a regular A2 sized note card. So I have a bunch of these pre-cut, and that's wonderful and easy to prop up panels like this. This sentiment is also part of the set, so I printed that out as well, and I put that on some foam tape. But because it's so skinny and long, I wanted to center it perfectly, and I used my tweezers for that, because if I had grabbed it with my thick fingers, it would have been a lot harder to see if it was centered or not. Now I'm using some of these clear pink hearts by Little Things from Lucy's Cards as embellishments here, because they fit my background, and the sentiment as well, have a sweet Christmas. It's a lovely sentiment. I'm gluing those on with the Nuvo Deluxe adhesive, and that is quite a bit stronger than the Barely Art Precision Craft glue, which is why I use it for embellishments a lot. And that finishes up the card. I am just going to make a matching envelope out of some pattern paper. This is just some pink pattern paper that's quite Christmassy that I thought would fit the card nicely. Also because it's knitted patterns, and the stencil I used was a knitted pattern or background. So that's a fun touch as well. I'm using the Barely Art Precision Craft Glue to glue this together. I folded this with the We Are Memory Keepers 123 punch board. I have a whole video on that actually. I will leave that linked as well in the description. And that finishes up my card. I hope you like it. I hope you liked the video. And if you did, make sure to leave a thumbs up on this video and leave your thoughts in the comments below. I would love to read them. Make sure you get this freebie set at the Streamside Studios store while you can. It's definitely worth it. It's such a cute little Christmas set, and you can definitely make a lot of fun Christmas cards with this. Of course, if you like my stuff, make sure to subscribe to my channel to be notified whenever I upload a new video, which is usually every day. I missed a couple of days. It's been a crazy week here, but I will be back to my regular uploading schedule soon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.